So to start making this exploding shaker box, I cut 4 pieces out of this rectangular die, and you see there's a crease line right here. And so what you get are these pieces, and I've already folded them off. I'm going to start with these two, and I put adhesive down on them. And you line them up. What I did also was do one line of adhesive right down the middle there. Okay, and then you take this one, and I folded one in half and aligned it, the fold line along the top, and you can see it folds right there. Second one you fold again, you line it up like that, and you want to make sure the center in the middle here is aligned. Okay, so now you have the 4 sides. Okay, I cut 4 pieces of the pattern paper that I wanted to use, and I cut it out of the slightly smaller square. Now there's 2 sizes of squares. There's a large square and a smaller square. The smaller one is more for the decorative edges and things like that. The large one we'll use for the box lid. So let's start with the smaller one. I cut 4 shapes out of pattern paper, and you're just going to adhere it to the sides. And it's slightly smaller than the side panels, so you can just drop it in there a little bit smaller. Using the same smaller inner piece, I die cut it with this piece dropped in, and I cut it out of a green paper, a contrasting paper. Okay. Then I took the same piece and I cut a piece of acetate. So now I'm going to attach the acetate. This is the shaker part. I'm going to attach the acetate to the inside here. And you just want to make it so that the window stays on it. So you just make that flush. So now you flip it over and you have your clear acetate window. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a bit of foam tape strips. And what you actually want to do too is we're going to go back in and put some pieces closer to the oval shape. This right now is just to keep it in place, but you want to take little pieces and put them in here. So basically what you'll be doing is keeping the shaker parts closer to the center, and it's okay. So what you want to do with this piece is to cut out your little shaker pieces, and I cut this out of metallic silver paper or cardstock. So you could cut as many as you want, and those will be the little pieces that are inside your shaker card. What you want to do is to try to get as many of them facing silver side up as possible. Now what you want to do is just remove all of the backing tape. I placed all my little hearts face up, and now I'm going to take the shaker window and I'm going to place it right, and of course they automatically start moving. Now we're going to start making the lid. To make the lid, we're going to use the larger of the 2 squares, and we're going to cut 1 piece, and that's going to be the top of your box. Then we're going to take the larger flaps, and this is the flap pieces. So if you were to just cut this piece, you would have a solid piece like this. But if you take this and insert that in there and cut it, you would get a piece that looks like this. So they're very similar, except now you can decorate it with the little heart there. So what I did, I cut 4 pieces I did 2 with hearts and 2 without, just to show you as an example. Now what we're going to do is on these pieces, there are little crease lines here. We're going to crease all of them, or fold all of them, so that you have some really nice crease lines. Now we're going to take this square, and on the back side of it, we're going to start there. Do all the side panels, and I'm going to alternate them. So, that just for variety. You don't have to do it this way. I'm just going to make a big long ribbon of this box top. So now with this turned on the back side, we're going to adhere it. Take one of these strips, put some adhesive down, and we're going to adhere it, making sure that we get the corners nice and crisp, because as we turn it, that's what's going to create the nice lid to this box. So we'll put a little more adhesive here and come around. And again, you want to make sure these corners are nice and crisp, because that's going to create your corners of your box top. And you just keep going around. On this last one, you also want to add a little adhesive here. And this is where you do your final, make sure everything comes together. And again, take your time. You don't have to rush like I'm doing. Now, this is another thing that I love about our tool, is that you can go in and push really securely in tight little corners like that, where like your fingers won't fit as easily. So now we have the box top. So if you go back to our box, you can see that now we have the box top, box bottom, and the shaker on the inside. But there's still more you can do to this to make it more interesting. There are a couple of additional pieces, and these additional pieces make little pockets, and they make, again, you could do the heart on the inside of these flaps, and these little pieces create little pockets and little flaps. And then this piece creates, once you make a pocket, you could now have slots to put other additional pieces in. So these have little folds, and again, you would just crease along there, nice and crisp. So again, here's a fun little exploding gift box. Decorate it as, embellish it and decorate it as you want, and surprise people. There you go. Thanks for watching.